Welcome back to Gaming Destination. My name is Matt. Thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this video, drop a like. Every little bit helps. And let's jump right into it, baby. Today we are on tiermaker.com and we are going to make a tier of the best gold characters that I think are in Mortal Kombat Mobile, the ones that I use the most, and some that I don't. I'll drop them at the bottom. S being the best, D being the worst. Let's jump right into it. So first, and we'll just grab from the top here, is Hanzo Hasashi Scorpion. He is a monster gold, probably the best gold character we got. I use him a lot, and when I was coming up the ranks, I did use him a lot. He makes you bleed. He makes you catch fire. He is awesome. The next, Commando Kano. We're just going to drop him at the bottom because I don't use Commando Kano. Every once in a while, in normal battles, I'll throw him in there, but, you know, it's not a character I grab. And then we got Kung Lao. Kung Lao does have the passive where he gives 50% plus for all martial artists on his team, which it could increase to 100, but I don't really use him too much, but he's still a good character, you know, if you pair him up right. Jackie Briggs, I don't really use her hardly at all. I think she has passive for increased hit protection for NetherRealm. And then we come to a beast of a character, Mournful Kitana. She is a beast. All Outworld characters start with 1 bar of power as her passive. Plus, she has the power drain for special 1. She is the perfect character to load up on either Outworld or do an all-female team and pair up with Classic Molina. Those two are a dynamic duo, and it's a team that was brought up to me, and I love using them. We got Pharaoh Irmak. I do enjoy Pharaoh Irmak. His passive is all right in my book. He's got the increases critical hit chance if an enemy is defeated or if resurrects. He was one of the first gold characters I had maxed out. I do enjoy him. I like him better than the other Irmaks because his passive or his moves are a little quicker, and you don't need so much the unblockable gear. And next on our list, Inferno Scorpion. I do think he's not the best Scorpion. I like his special 1 stuns. I don't really care for his special 2, but he is a Scorpion character, and so I got to show him some love. But he's not my favorite. And next we are going into one of the original OG teams, the quartet of Triborg Sub-Zero, Triborg Smoke, Triborg Sector, and Triborg Cyrax. Now, the 3 that I usually use is Sub-Zero, Sector, and Cyrax. Those are my 3 favorites. Smoke isn't as powerful as the other 2 or the other 3, but I do enjoy him. But my favorite is those 3, and I used to use them a lot before I had a lot of maxed out diamonds. That was my trio. That was my go-to Faction Wars team at the beginning. Love me the Triborgs. You gain critical hit chance with Cyrax. You gain fire added a special 1 with Sector. And then you got, of course, the freeze that is included with Sub-Zero plus more critical hit chance. I mean, the 3 of them are an awesome team. Right here, we got Spectral Irmak. I don't really use him. Like I said before with Kano, I'll throw him in on a normal battle just to throw him in there. And let's skip to the next one. My man, Combat Cup Johnny Cage. He is a monster. I use him a lot in towers, especially early on in the early towers. He's got the ability to not let you tag out and stun you. I mean, he's got the power drain for special 1. What else do you need? You know, you got Johnny. But if you did need another reason, his attacks are fast. Plus, Combat Cup characters get an extra 50% attack, health, toughness, and recovery. And he's just a beast. Maybe we'll get another Combat Cup character. Who knows? Now we get into this monster. He's one of the newest characters, and Classic Smoke. I've been waiting for him a long time, and man, not only does he give you blind, he gives you 20% with classic characters on debuffs. Plus, if you resist a debuff, he deflects it back to the other team or their opponent that did it. I mean, he is an awesome character. And I'm a big classics. All the classics are going to go up there. Scorpion, he's got that spear that he'll grab the weakest opponent first. You know what I mean? It's awesome. I love Scorpion. I got all those Scorpion and Sub-Zero maxed out. I just got Irmak maxed out. In fact, you know what? Sub-Zero, out of all of them, he could probably be an A. He's probably not really top tier. Still very good and still one of the best. And we've come up to Vampirist Mileena. She's a very strong character, especially good with other NetherRealm characters. She has the 10 seconds and then you start bleeding. Also, NetherRealm characters gain 50% damage boost against enemies with bleed. So I like her. She's very good. Tremor, I use sometimes. That's why he's in my B tier. I like the Force tag in. He tags in the weakest Link character. But I don't use him as much. And Dark Raiden I do enjoy. I love his passive. His reverse damage over time works awesome, and so is the power drain, gives him power. So he's one of the ones I do like. I don't use him crazy amount though. Takeda, you gotta love his story from MKX. Getting trained by Hanzo Asashi is awesome. I love his passive, where he does damage when does a successful block. Plus he does 30% damage, health and attack for when you're tagged with the young next generation Kung Jin, Cassie Cage, and Jackie. So that young team, I do like using him with the young team, but I don't use them too often. I got other favorites. Then we got Shaolin Master Kung Lao. I don't use him that much. When I first got him, I was all excited because you got bronze characters that you could buff up 300%, you know, to help do the attack. So it's cool to use them in that retrospect. But once you get over that fact, after you had him for a little bit, and once you get better characters, you kind of forget all about him. And we got Grandmaster Sub-Zero. I do love Sub-Zero. Him and Scorpion, they're two of my favorites. Fire and Ice. Grandmaster Sub-Zero, I like his clone, Ice clone. It comes in handy. I use him some. He's kind of like in the middle. And the same thing with Kraken Reptile. I do like that he has the whenever you attack him, that you have a chance to get acid sprayed on you. He's got the classic acid spit. He's got special 3, which you could heal after he does the attack. So he has his benefits, but I don't use him too often anymore. He's kind of like middle of the pack guy. He's a mid card guy, wrestling terms, but he has his benefits if you'd like to use him. Marksman Kung's Jin, he's one of those ones I really don't use. Yeah, he's all right. He's really kind of one of the lower gold characters. It's not somebody that I use too often. Like I said, when I do a normal battle, even a hard battle, I'll just throw in him, throw in one of my best characters, and then throw in a couple of low tier characters. Shaolin Kung Jin is probably my favorite Kung Jin out of them all. That's why he goes to the B tier. He's kind of the weakest one out of the 3 Kung Jins. Out of the 3 gold ones, but he has the starting bar power of one starting bar power for all martial arts characters, so that's what puts him above the rest. Here's one that probably gets forgotten by me, Piercing Molina. She's pretty good. When you make her bleed, she gains a bar of energy, and she heals when she's attacking someone who's bleeding, but I kind of don't use her much. We got Johnny, A-list Johnny. I don't really use him too much. Same thing with Classic Kano. Since he does the stun now when you block his attacks, I've been using him a little more. I do love the classics, so he's pretty good. Dark Lord Kultikon is probably the only Kultikon that I really use. He can summon Oshtek with attack 2, I think up to twice. So I do enjoy that part, but I don't really use Kultikon that much, but usually in challenges I use him. And then we'll just get Devora out of the way. I don't use Devora. She goes to the bottom of the barrel. Here is one that I've grown to love. Next on the list is Classic Mileena. Classic Molina is a monster. Whenever she defeats an opponent, she heals her female team. And then, like I said before, you mix her in with Mournful Kitana. That gets you 1 bar of power. And even Day of the Dead Kitana. You throw in those 3 and bam, you got a healing team. We'll throw in Bojutsu there on the C because I don't really use them. Cosplay Jackie Briggs. I do like cosplay Jackie Briggs, but I never can remember all the spots. I know reptile skin gives you advantage for martial artist characters. I think scorpion skin does for spec ops, but I'm a big forgetter, but she is cool. And we'll throw in the undercover Cassie Cage down there because I don't really use her. Aaron Black. I do love some Aaron Black. I love his special too, where if you get 80% or higher, it does unblockable and does a shield break. I do like that. Kobujitsu Tanya is the only character I have left in Faction Wars to max out. She's level 7 right now. I do enjoy her. She is a Faction Wars specialist. She has the benefits of 25% additional attack, and she has the stab attack where she does 25% damage on a team twice per match. So she is definitely a good one to have. Like I said before, you mix her with Mournful Kitana and Classic Molina, and she's another option. Classic Sonia Blade. She is very good. I love the classics, like I said before. Her special one, where she does that special one and it drops attacks all of the characters on the team, not just the one that's in the battle. So I do love her. She is awesome. Let's see where we're going to put this bad boy. Stunt Double Johnny Cage. He is kind of one of the weaker Johnny Cages, but I do love his tag in when he stuns the opponent. He also has the power drain for special one. So it's a great character to have that I enjoy. Another character similar to Stunt Double Johnny Cage is Possessed Kenshi. He does have the fire upon tag in, and he has the power drain of special one. I don't use him that much, but he's in the B tier. I don't really use Chronomancer Sub-Zero that much, so he goes in the C tier. Heavy Weapons Jax Briggs. I do love him. He's very strong second special 2, but he is kind of weak. One of my favorite characters is Unstoppable Jason Voorhees. I love that he regenerates power on special 2. He is one of the top guys that I have and that I use a lot. Now we have Kombat Cup Sonja Blade. Just like Kombat Cup Johnny Cage, she is a monster. She forces a tag out of your opponent when she first comes in the match, and that comes in handy in Faction Wars, challenges, even towers. All Kombat Cup characters are immune to stun on top of all that. Next, we got another classic, and that is Classic Irmak. I love that he has a soul siphon when the match first starts, and when he explodes after he's defeated, if he's not the last opponent, he deals massive damage. So I do love me some classics. Speaking of classics, we got Classic Noob Saibot, the newest gold character we got. His passives are just beastly right now. He's obviously super low still on my account, but he is a monster. So not only does special 1 have the ghost ball that makes him unblockable for attacks, unblockable for 10 seconds, he's got the special 2 that you could chain together up to 6 times. And then he's got the synergy with the classic characters. So he is going to be a monster with a maxed out card. Next up, we got Goro. Tiger Fury Goro. I love me some Goro. I use him a lot. He's one of my early maxed out cards. I use him and Kintaro a lot. I don't use him as much anymore, but I do got to show some love to Goro, one of the classics also. Hat Trick Kung Lao. He's going to go in the B tier. I don't really use him that much. He's got the increased 50% critical hit chance for all martial artist teammates, but I don't really use him. Tanya, Treacherous Tanya, is a monster. I use her not too often, but I do enjoy her. She's got that strong passive where she breaks the gear. And probably my least favorite Sonya is the Tactical Sonya. I put down her to tier C. Don't really use her. I got a love-hate relationship with Elder God Kenshi. I could probably put him in B because I don't really use him too much, but he does have his advantages. He has the power drain for special 1. He also has, when he defeats opponent with a special, him and his teammates gain 1 bar of power. So he is good. I do like him, but I don't know. I don't use him too often. Warlock Quan. The only thing good about Warlock Quan is that he resurrects your opponent if they get killed once per match. That's the only reason I like him. Other than that, like, I don't really like his attacks. They're kind of slow, so if you don't have unblockable gear, like for me, he just gets beat down really easily. But yeah, Warlock Quan Tia. Another Shokan Warrior. We got Shokan Warrior Kintaro. One of my favorites. I like to pair him up with Tiger Fury Goro. I do love how when he blocks an attack, he does that stomp and does some fire damage over time. It reduces damage over time for his teammates. So I do enjoy him. But just like Quan Chi, you kind of have to use some unblockable gear because his little swing that he does is kind of slow. Ninjutsu Scorpion, I don't really use him too much. He does have additional 30% attack for martial arts teammates, and he does have the spear stun for special one, but I don't really use him. He could be a C for me, but we'll just throw him in the B. Bo Cho, he's pretty good. He's like a Drunken Master Jackie Chan wannabe, but he's got the stun for special one. But, you know, I don't really use him too much. He's okay. Moving right along. We're going to go to Balance Kenshi. I never use Balance Kenshi. Let's just be real. And this woman right here is a monster. Covert Ops Cassie Cage brings the unblockable, 25% unblockable chance for teammates, which is very useful. She should be more respected and a little bit stronger. Hopefully she could get the Combat Cup Cassie Cage version, and she'll be beefed up because she deserves it. She is just a very valuable card for Spec Op characters. Vengeful Shinnok. I do not use Vengeful Shinnok. He gets respect though because he's a strong card, but I never use him. He's in the B tier, but we could be without Vengeful Shinnok. Thunder God Raiden. He's another one of those kind of similar to Stunt Double Johnny Cage and Possess Kenshi. He's got the, upon tagging, he does the lightning strike and drains your opponent's power a tiny bit or health a little bit, but you know, I don't really use him too much, but he is kind of cool. Baraka. He is a very good character. The only thing I dislike about him is that you need unblockable gear because when he attacks, a lot of his attacks get blocked. He does have the power drain on special one, very valuable. He's got that bleed damage over time. He's got the combo under extender, so he's definitely A worthy. And I missed one, but Injustice Scorpion and Nimble Reptile D. I don't use them. Demolition Sonia Blade, I do like her. We'll stick her in the B tier. I liked her special 2 is very strong and it does fire damage over time, and she does 30% attack for Spec Ops characters. And we get to one of my favorite characters, Flaming Fist Liu Kang. I love his windmill punches on special 2 and they do fire damage over time. He is a monster. I love his quick punches. Next, we get to a character I wish it was maxed out, Slasher Jason Voorhees. He's got that keeps coming back from the dead. He causes bleed. I can't wait to have that bad boy maxed out. Few bottom of the barrel characters are here. Noxus Reptile, Sun God Kultikon, and the other Devora. Garbage. Master of Souls, Irmak. I do like him. He goes in the B tier. I love his special 2 is very strong, solid attack. And last but not least, Bone Shaper Shinnok. I never use him. C tier. And that is it. Woo! Man, thought I was never going to finish. Let me know in the comments down below what you agree with, what you disagree with. Who is your favorites? Who is your least favorites? If you enjoyed this video, please drop a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I appreciate you staying to the end of this video. If you want to see more of these type of videos, I could do a diamond one. Let me know in the comments down below. Share your thoughts. Cold War Tower ending. Rumors are the Linkway Tower is going to be starting. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.